Hello, welcome to Low Frequencies and to my very first episode. In this first one, I'm going to be talking about the current push to add trigger warnings to increasingly wider aspects of life, including university courses. I actually saw this year there was a push to add trigger warnings to Greek mythology because it contains scenes of violence. I think there were some rape scenes. The short version is, what a pile of puke, but the long version here is a bit more nuanced, so I will get to that now. My first thought is, if somebody legitimately has a severe disorder, let's say PTSD or a severe phobia, then it is actually reasonable for them to arrange some kind of accommodation for that. But extrapolating that to the general population is just obscenely ridiculous. The vast majority of people don't need to be protected from reading Greek mythology or history or whatnot. My second thought is that I do understand people having particular sensitivities or having an adverse emotional reaction to something if that's their particular bugbear, but the whole point of this is that it's a problem. You're supposed to get over it. That's the whole point of growing up. We might have some demons, but then we grow older, we learn skills, we teach ourselves new emotional skills, and we get over whatever was bothering us, and it's not a problem anymore. And nowadays it's more, you stay forever in that sensitive, wounded state and you need trigger warnings for everything. Come on, how did we get here? Once upon a time, we had to fight off saber-toothed tigers, we had to tolerate viciously low temperatures, fight each other to the death for something to eat. And yet now we need to be protected from words on a page because these little black and white symbols refer to violence even though there's no actual violence going on. Come on, that's ridiculous. My third thought was, some of these things that people want to be protected from, these are normal human emotions. We are supposed to have these reactions. For example, when I was learning about the Holocaust in school, when I was a young teenager, yes, when I read about some of the things the Nazis did to people, it messed with my heart a bit to see this, but that's how you're supposed to feel. That is the correct, healthy human reaction to reading about atrocities. If we didn't have some sort of, oh my god, that's wrong type reaction, we would all be psychopaths. So it's silly that we want to be protecting people from normal, healthy emotions that they should be having. My fourth thought on this is that there is a time and a place for stress-free, undemanding subjects. For example, if you come home from work and you just want to sit on Facebook and talk about pop culture and post pictures of kittens, that's fine. Or if you want to go do something fun with your friends and stay away from demanding, heavy ethical subjects, that's fine, but there's a time and a place for that. It doesn't belong in universities. If you need trigger warnings for everything, how are you ever going to be a teacher, a surgeon, an engineer? What happens when you're working as an engineer and the mention of dangerous machinery triggers you? It's ridiculous. My last thought on this subject is that all this mollycoddling might actually serve to damage people. It seems to me if you give people help when they don't need it, you're just going to weaken them. An analogy that occurred to me was that giving trigger warnings to everybody just in case that one person in the room might have PTSD, it's a little like injecting everybody with insulin just in case somebody is diabetic. If you injected somebody with insulin when they don't need it, it would severely fuck them up. Or if you were to give powerful steroids to somebody who doesn't have Addison's disease or who doesn't need them for some reason, you kept doing this, they would lose the ability to make their own, and they would be in danger of dying. You're essentially giving someone an emotional adrenalectomy. That can't be a good thing. And I'm done for the night. And leave any thoughts you have for me in the comments section. See you later.